Good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to practice lab week 4, and it involves on configuring ASA features. Because of copyright, I'm not gonna able to do the whole thing for 2 reasons. The first reason is because, of course, I can't show you stuff that is not licensed under me. And the second one is on Cisco Modeling Lab, I don't have the ASDM launcher for this lab in my personal labs. I'm planning of getting it later on in the future, just for me to practice a bit more. But Cisco Modeling Lab is not for free. Just this basic lab right here that I have, I end up purchasing it for $200. Yes, I can do other labs, but why not get the actual Cisco lab, so that way whatever it's updating or upgrading, I already have the latest technology, which I like. There are things that you can do, and what I like about it is it actually shows you your CPU, your memory, your disk, so on and so on. For the configuring core ASA features on the practice lab, I've already pretty much mimic how the connections are going through management, servers, my switch, and then my router. Everything is the same on your practice lab, and I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. See, all right here, your management, your G, everything is pretty much the same on the practice lab that I have here. So I already went that far and did all my switches and my IP edges and all that stuff for it, so that way I can go ahead and breeze in and do the first part, which I'm about to show you guys. And everything is pretty much done on the firewall. So this is the firewall for the ASA for Cisco. Okay. First thing I want you to do is to enable it. Okay. Let's see. And just like you would do with everything else in the practice lab, you can do it on this. It's the same thing. It's using the same firewalls, using the same servers and everything as the practice lab, but it's just that you have your own system. You can do as many labs as you want on this as you're learning. And this is a learning tool. This modeling labs is a learning tools for you to go ahead and play with in real time to figure out what you are doing and what you're capable of doing. So the first thing it wants you to do is it wants you to give it a host name. So for the host name, I'm just gonna go ahead and play around with it, and I'm just gonna put Batman. And if you notice, on the insert host name, it changed to Batman. So you already named this firewall Batman. Okay, and then you're gonna do a interface management on it on 0-0. Okay, and then you're gonna say if, or name if management, and then what it's telling you for security levels for management set to 0 by default, and that's what you want to get, is to get the 0 on the default for management. And then what you want to do after that is you want to set up the IP address, okay, to 192.168.17.1 and with a 255.255.255.0. And then of course you want to end it with no shutdown. And then you're going to exit. So that is the first thing that the practice lab wants you to do, is to give it a name, do the interface management of 0-0, because it's connected to management 0-0, which is this one right here. And then you're giving it the IP address of 192.168.17.1 with 255.255.255.0. Okay, so that management line, Ethernet or whatever you want to call it, has this address where it connects to the server. Now you want to configure the other one going up or going inside. Okay, so configure, terminal, and then you put interface, gigabyte, Ethernet. Okay, name if inside. And by default, the security level for the inside is set to 100. Okay, and that's what you want to get. You want to get these defaults, these informations that is very crucial. Okay, now you're going to set up an IP address for it, 192.168.16.1 with 255.255.255.0. Okay, with no shutdown. And then you want to just exit out of there. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to enable the HTTP next. And the way you do it is you put HTTP server enable. Okay, HTTP has an address. It was using the address of 192.168.17.10 with 255.255.255.255, and then it's going to be using the management line. Okay, and then what you're going to end up doing is management access management. Okay, so you're giving it access for them to communicate through the management line. And if I had the ASDM software, what I would have done here is I would have done a username, Cisco, and then I would have given a password for the ASDM, and I would just put Cisco, okay? And then password must contain 8 to 127 characters. User added failed. So because I'm using monitoring labs and their passwords are a little bit more, you have to use a little bit more characters to it, which that's the way they have that program. I would, for this, because the labs uses Cisco. For this one, hold on. Username Cisco. And then password. Because the way it's characterized, I cannot put Cisco 123. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Cisco. I'm gonna put a 1, Cisco, and then put 3-4. Well, 2-4. And it already created a password and a username for ASDM software. For that particular setup. Unfortunately, I can't go further than this on the practice lab because I do not have the ASDM IDM launcher Cisco launcher on my configurations yet. I'm in the process of purchasing it for future videos to show you guys how to do it. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and end this practice lab the way it is right now, and I'm going to owe you guys a second video once I obtain the license to have the Cisco ASDM on my lab. It's pretty expensive when you purchase certain stuff like this, because the Cisco monitoring lab, it did cost me $200, like I said before. I'm looking into getting the other one. I'm not 100% sure if I have to have a contract with Cisco, but I'm gonna see if I can get a learning account and see if I can go ahead and install it like that. For now, what Cisco comes with is all these right here. You have your firewall, your router, your servers, your desktop, Ubuntu, your WAN. You know, it comes with a little bit of stuff, and you can actually purchase these knobs for X amount of money, depending on what you want to purchase for and on how do you want to use it. It is a fun software. you do have to go through a lot, and you have to go through one of the things that I had, if you notice my past videos, I do have hypervisor. I couldn't install it there, so I had to buy, well, I didn't buy it, I got the free one, the VMware. And then with VMware, I couldn't have both programs in my computer, so I had to enable the hypervisor in order to have the VMware able to connect through my Cisco monitoring labs. There are videos out there of how to do it. I'm thinking I might end up doing one just for giving you guys a reference on how easy it is to do it. But I have to find a way to hide my IP addresses and stuff like that for security reasons. There is a contract that I have right now with Cisco that I have to do everything in the download, which means that I cannot expose myself, because once I expose myself, I am liable to losing my license to have monitoring labs and stuff like that. The monitoring lab is good for 136 days for $200. Just keep that in mind. It's only good for a year, but it gives you good practices, and you are able to watch videos and learn from the videos and doing your own labs. Just FYI, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end this with this right now. I hope I taught you guys certain things. Fortunately, I cannot go through any further without having the ASDM. But for starters, it's a very nice setup. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying this monitoring lab. I will be doing some more. I will be doing the next practice lab and then downloading it at the same time as this. As I'm done with this one, I'm going to end up going and doing the video for that, and probably end up putting both together at the same time. Remember, hacking is illegal. This is for just learning purposes. And thank you for watching. Hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you feel that you guys are learning something and you guys are enjoying my videos. For now, thank you. Goodbye.